my crafty friends. Today I have some super cute pop-up 3D heart cards to share with you. And I will share two different ways that you can use the pop-up hearts in your card making. Hi, it's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. In this episode of Stamptastic TV, I will feature two different pop-up 3D heart card designs with you. Now, the cards in this video feature products from the Stampin' Up! From My Heart suite. However, keep in mind that you can use this pop-up card technique with just about any shape. It doesn't have to be hearts. By the end of this video, you will have two super cute Valentine's Day card ideas that you can use to wow your family and friends. For the latest card making ideas, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on that little bell so you will be notified each time I upload a new video. Now, have you started working on Valentine's Day cards? Go ahead and leave me a comment below. Okay, so first let's talk about the supplies you will need to create these cards. You will need some white, real red, and flirty flamingo cardstock for the accent pieces and to create the base of the cards. You will also need some pattern paper. So for these cards, I am using the From My Heart Designer Series paper. And you will also need a stamp set. So for these cards, I am using the Heartfelt stamp set from Stampin' Up! And I am also using the two heart punches that come with the stamp set if you decide to get it in a bundle. And I'm also using some of the beautiful new heart-shaped doilies. And I will be using these to create some of the pop-up hearts that I'm going to share with you today. And the ink colors that I'm using are Real Red and Flirty Flamingo. I will also be using some of the From My Heart faceted gems and a little bit of white baker's twine. All right, I think that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so first let's talk about how to create the little pop-up 3D hearts. Now, the concept for creating the pop-up hearts is similar to the pop-up Christmas tree cards that I shared with you last year. So you can check out that video by clicking on the link featured at the top of your screen. Now, to create the pop-up 3D hearts, you will need some type of heart shape, either a die or a punch, or even these adorable little heart-shaped doilies. Now, to create the pop-up section, you will need at least 3 hearts. Now, since we're going to be using some of the heart-shaped doilies, I recommend using 5 hearts to create that particular pop-up, just because you will have a fuller pop-up heart either on the inside or the outside of your card when you use 5 hearts together. But the concept for creating them is exactly the same, no matter how many hearts you decide to adhere together. So start by scoring each of the heart shapes directly down the middle of the heart. We'll be folding them all in half and then adhering the halves together. So add some liquid glue to one of the heart halves. And liquid glue works really well because it gives you the ability to move the heart shapes around so that you can position them perfectly before the glue dries. So grab one of the other hearts and adhere half of it to this heart, and then grab the third heart and adhere half of it to this one. So you have basically created an accordion folded heart that will pop up on the card. Now, the back section of this accordion folded heart will actually be adhered directly to the card. So the cool thing is that you can create these little 3D hearts with cardstock, or you can use the beautiful heart-shaped doilies. So I'm going to be using a combination of both today. Okay, so just to give you an idea, this is what 3 hearts looks like when it's adhered together. And then this is 5. So you can see the 5 is just much fuller than having just 3 hearts together. But both will work, so you decide which one that you like the best. Okay, so now you know how to create the pop-up section of the card. Let's make some cards. All right, this first card features the pop-up 3D heart on the front of the card. So this little 3D heart makes an awesome embellishment. So to create this card, you're going to start with a piece of real red cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Score the 8.5 inch side at 4 1/4 inches to create the base of the card. Next, cut a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of white cardstock. We will be decorating this piece of cardstock before adhering it to the card front. Cut a 1.5 by 5 inch piece of one of the heart pattern papers. Adhere it across the bottom of the white cardstock piece. Next, cut a 1/2 by 5 inch piece of pattern paper and adhere it to the top of the heart paper so that it slightly overlaps onto that piece. Now you can go ahead and adhere the entire piece to the real red card front. Okay, so now you're going to be creating the 3D pop-up heart. So you're going to take 3 or 5 heart-shaped doilies to create the pop-up section on the front of this card. Once you have the 3D pop-up heart created, then simply go ahead and adhere it to the left side of the card with a little bit of liquid glue. Next, you're going to stamp the Valentine's Day heart image on a scrap piece of white cardstock using red ink. Punch out the image with one of the heart shapes and adhere it to the card with a few dimensionals. And you want to adhere it so that it slightly overlaps onto your 3D heart. Then, for the finishing touch, simply embellish the card with a few faceted gems. Then you can use any leftover scrap pieces of pattern paper that you have to decorate the inside of the card. Now you can also use regular heart shapes to create the pop-up heart section on this card. You can use the exact same card design like I did here, except for I just used regular heart shapes instead of the doilies to create the 3D heart pop-up section. Now the cool thing about the pop-up heart is that it will lay flat for mailing. For more fun pop-up card ideas, simply click on the link featured at the top of your screen. Now this last card idea I have to share with you features the pop-up 3D heart section on the inside of the card. It's a fun little surprise that is sure to wow your friends and family. So start with a piece of white cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Score the 8.5 inch side at 4.25 inches to create the base of the card. Next, cut a 5.25 by 4 inch piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. We will be decorating this piece of cardstock before adhering it to the card front. Cut a 5 by 3.75 inch piece of one of the heart pattern papers. Adhere it to the Flirty Flamingo cardstock. Next, cut a 3/4 by 5 inch piece of a different pattern paper. Adhere it to the left side of the heart pattern paper. Now wrap a bit of white baker's twine around the entire piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock so that it overlaps onto the pattern paper. Tie the baker's twine into a double knot and then create a little bow. Trim off any excess baker's twine. Then go ahead and adhere the entire piece to your white card front. Adhere a red lace doily to the card front. Stamp the Valentine's Day heart image on a scrap piece of white cardstock using red ink. Punch out the image with one of the heart shapes. Then go ahead and punch out a scalloped heart from a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. Adhere the two hearts together and then adhere them to the doily with a few dimensionals. Okay, so that's what the front of the card looks like. Now let's decorate the inside of the card and create the pop-up section. Cut a piece of one of the pattern papers at 5.5 by 1 inch. Adhere it to the left side of the inside of the card. Next, cut another piece of pattern paper at 3/4 by 5.5 inches. Adhere it to the left side of the inside of the card, right next to the other pattern paper piece. Now to create the pop-up section. Simply create one of the pop-up hearts like I shared at the beginning of the video. Adhere the pop-up hearts to the center of the inside of the card base. Now be sure to line up the score line on the pop-up hearts with the score line in the middle of the card base. The hearts will accordion fold up inside the card when the card is closed, and they will pop up when the card is opened. Pretty cool, hey? Then for the finishing touch, stamp a sentiment and a few hearts on the inside of the card. Okay, so there you go. Now you have 2 fun pop-up 3D heart card ideas that you can use for Valentine's Day or for any other love-themed occasion. Just get creative with it. And if you enjoyed these cards, feel free to download the printable tutorial. You can find the link in the description below this video. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking it and sharing it with your friends. And leave me a comment below to let me know what you enjoyed most about the video and the cards shared here today. Have fun getting creative, take care, and I'll see you soon.